Hello, everybody who's watching. Welcome to Hack the NAB. This is really kind of a full circle for me. I started, my name is Ken Aspeslagh, by the way. I'm a founder of Ecam Network. And one of my first jobs was working at Avid in 1996. And they sent me as an intern to NAB 24 years ago, demoing at the Avid booth. Whatever we were demoing at the time. So it's really cool to be back at NAB almost 25 years later to be part of this virtual presentation. So thank you so much. We are a Mac software company. We make apps for the Mac. We've been doing it for a really long time. And we've been focusing fully on live streaming for the last 3 years. We saw the need for a place in the market where we would make a live streaming app that would be easy to use, but super powerful. If you go out and get a live stream tool for a big event and you hire that out to somebody, they'll set you up with $1,000 product that is so hard to use that you end up spending most of your time in classes learning how to use it. Not so with Ecamm apps. We build tools that are simple and very Mac-like, and we don't charge an arm and a leg for them. Ecamm Live is a $25 a month product for the Pro version, and you can save a lot of money by signing up annually. It's a download, you put it on your Mac, and let me show you what it looks like. So I'm gonna share my screen here into the broadcast. So here's what the screen of my Mac looks like right now. Hopefully you guys can see this. This is the main window, and then I've got all these palettes around the edges. Some of the features I'm using right now for the demo are, as you can see, Ecamm Live lets you really easily bring in branding. So this is our logo, and that's as easy as dragging and just dropping that into the window, and then you just put it where you want it. It's so simple. I'm using a feature to bring in an external camera. Of course, I'm not on the Mac's built-in webcam. I'm using a really nice camera. What am I using? This is a top-of-the-line Canon EOS R with a really nice lens on it. And that's part of the beauty of live streaming from a desktop computer. You're not stuck with that little camera on your phone, moving around or giving you a lousy image. This is on a nice tripod, and it's connected to the Mac. We're also using a really nice microphone, and that is part of the beautiful thing about broadcasting live from your computer instead of your phone. Another cool feature that our customers love that I'm using right now is green screen. So I have a green screen behind me. This is gonna give you a beautiful chroma key. This is a little different than the way apps like Zoom will give you a automatic background without needing a green screen. If you actually get an actual green screen, we're doing a professional quality chroma key around me so that a lot of the time your viewers probably aren't even gonna be able to tell that you're not actually in this beautiful living room. And just to show you how simple that is, I'll go back into demo here. Up here in the top, I will just pick what I want for my backdrop. And ta-da, I'm at the beach. Woohoo! Or I'm at this tunnel going through space. Now, let me go back to my office here. Now, one thing people love about this is our embrace of the Ndi protocol. This is a protocol by New Tech that lets you bring audio and video over the network. You can bring in your remote cameras. Any Ndi compatible video camera, like the PTZOptics cameras, can be brought in wirelessly. So if I just hit a button here to switch over to the PTZ scene that I've created, now I'm getting the video from that PTZ cam over there, and I have full control over the zoom and pan of the camera coming into my live stream. Let me head back to my living room here. Yes, there we go. We have, so this live streaming tool will take your stream and send it right out to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all with just the click of a button. There's no complicated setup. You just say Facebook, you pick your business page or group or profile and hit go live, and you're live. Comments and reactions from your viewers come right into the app and can be added into your broadcast. All right, how do we hack the NAB here? We wanted to show you a really cool use case that one of our customers found. You can connect to Ecamm Live your iOS device. So we have a brand new iPad Pro here. It's connected to my Mac over USB. That's all I needed to do. I took the USB-C cable that comes with the iPad Pro and I plugged it into the MacBook Pro here. Everything's Pro. And I'll switch over to my scene here. What I'm doing is I've taken the backdrop of the fake room out from behind me and replaced that with the screen of the iPad. I've got my nifty Apple Pencil, and I can then use that to draw on the iPad. And the app that I'm running is just Apple Pages on the iPad, and you can now draw. So here's the box, and here's you, and here's you thinking, and you are outside of the box. Now, I'm not a very good artist, and I don't give a lot of presentations, but I know a lot of the people who give presentations for a living would love to have a virtual whiteboard like this in their live stream, so they can share their ideas and thoughts visually with the people watching. This is just one of the many ways that you can use Ecamm Live to enhance your presentations. Now, of course, this isn't the only way you can bring iPad video into your live stream. You could bring it in inset. You don't have to be doing a virtual whiteboard either. You could just be using this to share a game that you're playing or giving a demo of an app. I mean, the possibilities are just endless. But the thing our customers love about this tool is the way that it lets you just unleash your creativity. You can connect it together with other devices and tools in ways that you've never even imagined. And that, we think, is really powerful. Just to show you a little bit more about how easy to use this app is, let me go back into demo mode here. If you look up in the top corner here, this is my scenes window. And this lets you preset different scenes for your show. So with just the touch of a button, I can go back and forth between my main camera scene from the Canon with green screen, my shot from the PTZOptics camera that's over there. Sorry, my office is so messy. And then to the iPad setup with the whiteboard. And if you have a tool to automate this, like the Elgato Stream Deck, a lot of people use this really cool button bar thing. I'll show it to you here. This tool lets you switch between your scenes by pressing these awesome hardware buttons. Another feature that our users absolutely are loving lately is the ability to use their DSLR camera as their camera source. The reason why this has become so popular lately is with this sort of crush into live video online and Zoom calls. People want to be able to have a nice camera. What you find now, if you look online, is that all the webcams are sold out. All the microphones are sold out. All the encoder boxes are sold out. So if you want, your best bet is to use equipment that you already have or can borrow from somebody. Most everyone has a DSLR camera sitting around. Most of them don't know that you can just plug that into the Mac directly with a USB, and it will show up as a camera in Ecamm Live. Now that, my friend, is powerful, because you have this nice camera sitting there with all of these really nice lenses, And now that's your webcam. You're not going to be using your janky built-in camera where you look all green and blurry. You want to use a nice camera. If you have an HDMI encoder, you can use that too. But in a pinch, connecting the camera over USB gives you a pretty nice picture. Oh, I'm still in demo mode here. Sorry about that. I was sharing my whole screen instead of just the video from the broadcast. Now let me just go back to my living room shot here. One feature that we've just added recently in our beta test group is a very much requested feature to have a scrolling ticker on the bottom of your broadcast. So I just want to show you how easy it is to set that up. Once that beta version comes out, you guys can all try it. Go back into demo here. I'm just going to click new text overlay. And now you can type out whatever text you want to be in your ticker. And then at the top here, I'm going to pick scrolling ticker. And then I'm going to add that. And I'm going to put that on the top. And now I have an instant scrolling ticker in my broadcast. And while everybody is watching, they can be reading that. If you could have your an advertisement for your product up there, or news events, and what everybody should do is go to ecam.com and get the trial, because you get a 2-week completely free, fully functional trial of our pro version of Ecam Live. And you can try it out. You can sign up. Don't even have to put your credit card in, and get this going as a virtual camera into your webinars, or your go-to tool for streaming out to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, Restream. Where do people go live nowadays? Yeah, anywhere that you can go live to, you can go live there.
Can you hear me, Glenn?
I can hear you, yes.
Oh, cool. I was kind of letting you just kind of chat away, because I have been talking since a very long time, since 9 a.m. this morning. So I was like, let Glenn go. Let him free. So Glenn, does Ecam go to NAB?
We have not been to NAB as a company, no. We haven't.
Okay. I think you guys should probably go if it ever happens again.
Is it still in Vegas? It was in Vegas when I went 20 years ago.
Yep. It's still in Vegas. It's still a great place to meet everybody in the industry. We found out that just so many of our customers were using your product. I was like, let's have them on. And it's great to see that you have the NDI support. I'm hoping one of these days you're going to build in the PTZ camera control support.
That's on the list. Yeah, actually, that would be really a fun thing to build in. With the whole coronavirus thing happening, our priority list has changed a lot. What's amazing, but it's actually moved up the list, because a lot of our new customers are churches and people doing live events like that, and they have all these PTZ cameras, and so the ability to do that is moving up the priority list for sure. We're also planning to add support for network IP cameras.
Oh, good.
And every time we add a new feature like that, it means we get to buy more gadgets for the office. So that's always fun. Do you guys, now we have this PTZ camera connected over an Ethernet connection to our router. And we're just learning a lot about how these things work. But I know that our customers are definitely using them quite a bit.
Good. Well, and a lot of them are probably using maybe like the iOS app. There's an iPhone app to control the cameras, or their iPad maybe. But having it built into the camera control software like vmix and wirecast and XSplit and OBS all have that. The reason why is because then that single person who is the volunteer at the church or the operator, doesn't have to worry about anything else. It's all in the software. So
Yes.
it makes their job a lot easier.
And what would be really cool is if you could have a scene that automatically made it PTZ over to a different spot.
Yes, now you're thinking, Glenn.
Kind of in the background.
Yeah.
But it takes a second to get there, right? Or just a really, it
Well,
goes so fast.
it does. Well, there's the we did show today a brand new camera that is ePTZ. Let me see if I can find it. So this one over here, this is our new Ndi webcam, and that can actually snap virtually directly into, this is our new Ndi Zcam. So this one can actually go from one spot to the other instantly because the PTZ is digital. But in a church, you know, generally they need to have the ability to zoom in and out. You can see I'm all the way down here in my studio, but I really think, especially for our Mac users, they seem to just love Ecamm Live, and if we could build the PTZ control in, it just makes it so much easier for them.
Yeah. We have virtual zoom, pan and zoom built into the tool. Like I could bring this in closer to myself digitally, and set that up as a preset.
Now I'm gonna go even further in.
Oh, this is as far as I can go, but get closer to the camera.
Look at that! That's what my life feels like right now. Just kidding. All right, enough joking around. All right, guys, we have Wowza in 45 seconds. Glenn, it was so much fun having you. Please come to NAB next year. I'm telling you, it will be worth your time, even if you just go yourself. We can definitely show off your software at our booth. You guys are a great company. I love what you're doing. I love the price point that you're setting. Everyone loves your product. So thank you for doing that. And we'll chat soon, okay?
You're welcome. And thanks so much for inviting us to do this.
My pleasure. It was great seeing everything you guys have to offer. So much fun.